Slander being body blocked, good ice shards to prevent the damage from the enemy team. And now the Ursa's only level 1. What's he really going to do? Went for level 1 Earth Shock. Doesn't have an insane amount of damage from the Furious Swipes. I mean, looking a bit at the lanes, it does seem like... Oh, CA is playing very aggressively early on. It's very smart. I like this. So, rolling boulder onto the centaur, but again, no Furious Swipes. Earth Shock is going to slow him down ever so slightly. Ice Shard's not so good. They bring the Chosen One back, and they get the first ball of the Chosen One as the body block from Eknard actually stops Gravestones from moving away and guarantees the kill for the Tusk. So it's a kill for a kill. However, the Storm Spirit, sorry, has double damage, so 1 roll Remnant. They don't have a rolling boulder. 6 more seconds to a rolling boulder. Now the gank is coming from the enemy team. Metpoon wants to help him with a paralyzing cask, and that's going to bounce between them. Fantastic paralyzing cask. The Ice Shards, though, fails. However, they have enough damage to kill off Gravestones. There's the Electric Vortex, sorry, and that finishes off the OD, or almost finishes off the OD. However, he survives. He has to go back to base right now. Eknar will find Slander. He has a telekinesis ready, and they also see that there's a Centaur. Oh, there goes Slander with 2. The stun from the Boulder Smash. Catches the Witch Doctor out, and Metpoon is as good as dead. No overpower, no need for it. You already have enough damage from the Furious Swipes. There it is. Slander is fighting against the Earth Spirit now, and that might not have been the best rolling boulders. Has to back out. Good idea. Now he's taking last hits, obviously, but later on he just has to go jungle and take advantage of his return and his Poor Man's Shield. After all, the Poor Man's Shield should prevent most of the damage from the creeps. Has decent armor. In the mid lane, though, Ush is going to go down, thanks to a good gank from Slander. Didn't want to get the last hit, was trying to give it to Hilarious, but in the end, gets the kill on the Storm regardless, and that's the second kill on the Storm of this game. Very unfortunate. Oh, no, first kill on the Storm. Never mind, that's my bad. Very unfortunate, though, for SFT losing the Storm that one time, especially because OD is dominating the lane already, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 25 last hits. Actually, 21 last hits for the Storm. I'm surprised. I thought the Storm would be doing much worse than that, but seems to be kind of up, you know, rivaling the OD's farm. Only issue here is that the Ursa is not doing the same with the Juggernaut, and that's going to make a difference. Boulder Smash though, overpower, and the Chosen One tries to use a double edge to kill the Ursa off before he dies. Not enough damage. Ursa just finishes him off. The overpower is a bit annoying with the return, obviously, but, you know, what are you going to do? Doesn't seem like anyone else knows his plan, so CA is just quite alone here. Surge in a second though, and he's gonna make it out alive. The snowball still takes quite a long time. Ice Shards, it does find him, and CA is trying to deny himself, but those screams are having a slight moment of doubt. They're considering life. They're thinking, is it worth killing another human being, or in this case a purple human being? It's probably not, so let's not do that, and they don't get the deny. Hilarious now with double damage is being harassed ridiculously by the Storm. His level 6, he's just jumping around, using it for his advantage. Eknar being stunned by the paralyzing cask will eventually finish him off, but this Storm, what a good usage of that. I don't know if that was regen rune, it does seem like it, but what a great usage of the ball lightning to just kill off the OD. Even with a double damage, you get rid of 2 problems in one, 2 birds with 1 stone, and obviously utilize the jungle now, and he has an extra boost of gold, which will eventually help him a lot, and will easily beat the OD because his farming mechanism is so superior. OD is not even going for Midas, by the way. Oh, Ursa's targeted here, no enraged yet, stunned forever, and the Maledict will for sure kill him. That paralyzing cask is just so unfortunate because it hits him multiple times. It was probably well placed because it hit him first, and then I presume it just jumped to the range creep, just barely in range, but still kind of unlucky for the Ursa to jump back to him. You know, he's been stunned like 3 times. Regardless, he was going to die anyway until the Maledict. And that delays his Helm of the Dominator ever so slightly. Yeah, he doesn't have the courier. He just was going to get it. Delayed it. Oh, Gravestones as well. Great triple stun. Can Barbados do something with this? Even the Rolling Boulder would run away. That's fantastic. He used the Earth Shock already. 1 more second to the Earth Shock. There comes the Storm. It's a cleanup crew, boys. They kill the Centaur first. Metpoon will go down second. And can they find Slander? They do have Electric Vortex, but not enough mana because he used the Static Remnant. It's good enough. The best stun in this game is obviously killing your opponent because that's whatever. It worked out in the end. Okay, Astral Imprisonment stolen by Rubik is really good because you can combine that with the Earth Spirit. Yep, there's the Rolling Boulder. 1, 2, 3. Whoop. And catch them just in time. Definitely practice this. Goodbye to the OD. Gravestones knows how to play his Earth Spirit. Huh? I really love this because then we're going to see some vacuum Boulder Smash combos, and that is beautiful. And again, we see that SFT, despite not doing so well as last game, which they were dominating a bit more clearly, they're still winning by they're still winning by 500 gold. The Storm is still farming quite decently. The Ursa has caught up with the Juggernaut's farm, is even beating the OD. The Darkseer is also has a good amount of farm, meaning he's going to get an early mechanism after that, obviously the Helm of the Dominator. So that's not bad. Barabas, he's enraged. They pull the Astral Imprisonment while they kill Eknar, just like, sit tight for a second while we kill your friend. But those phase boots are going to save his life, and the Omnis is just finally used just on the Rubik. Can they cancel this TP? Only Ice Shards for him. and no paralyzing cask available. The only thing they could have done there was a hoof stomp. They had no clue the Ursa was TPing, or where the fuck he was even. So not big a deal, but you wanted to go for the Helmet Dominator first. So that delayed Blink Dagger a bit more than the Centaur. Even Darkseer wants to go for Mechanism and then later Guardian Gaze, quite an expensive item. That's mainly his score, right? Similarly, Storm, who's been destroyed in this bottom lane, wants to go for a Bloodstone, which is a really expensive item. So you're waiting for those items while fighting constantly, which is not ideal because obviously you don't have the time to farm them, and your effectivity is considerably less than that of the enemy team, who's gone for heroes that are less item dependent, like Tusk, Centaur, or Juggernaut. Because, I mean, we've seen Centaur initiate with that Blink Dagger as well. I mean, he has a Sword of Defiance now, which was his first item instead. Okay. And it works fine. His Stampede is good enough. CA now fighting and Satan. It's not the best choice here because the Omnisci still available. CA is going to go down. Why did that just happen? At least the silence, he could still TP. Technically, Slander comes in and doesn't want to TP because he's going to get the kill. That healing ward ensures him the kill, and that was a useless gank by SFT. Why did you ever do that? What went through your mind to gank that guy? Okay, whatever. Whatever, that was terrible. God, oh, gonna catch him. Why is he doing this? I mean, does he not know the enemy team can catch him? Oh, there it is. The Astral Imprisonment to save his friend. Now the Tusk comes in with a snowball. He has no mana. He went in without mana. The Paralyzing Cast comes in. What is the Storm doing? Will he die to Paralyzing Cast? There's no way! They just finished up the Storm and the Ursa in one of the worst team fights possible for SFT. As the Boulder Smash comes in, they block it down. That was pretty good by Satan. But he starts spinning away, and Gravestone goes down. What was that? Can someone explain that to me? Why would you choose to do that? I mean, it wasn't even the fact that the Storm got caught out with some stuns, which is already annoying. It's the fact that he had no mana. He used it all his mana. Try to initiate a bit better here. Ursa tries to take this tower down. Okay, Ursa's taking a stroll in the park instead of deciding to go for the tower. It's already in deny range anyway, so I don't see the big deal. Storm comes in finally. Stampede as well. They actually managed to kill Tusk early on. That's really good. But the wall replica's already been used, and that vacuum. I mean, the vacuum plus wall replica has already been used. OD does really low, or decently low agility game. I think it's 2.2? 2.0, okay. Oh, Storm comes in onto the Juggernaut. There it is. It's trying to blow him up, but not in time. The Omnisci is also available. The Ursa could die. There's no enrage for him, and now the Storm is also going to go down. Never mind, he's going to be able to make it out alive just thanks to his ball lightning. Great vacuum plus wall replica, by the way, by the Darkseer, saving their life, and the Paralyzing Cast being insanely annoying. Now the Surge just used as the Astral Imprisonment comes in, and the Rubik tries to save himself with the Astral Imprisonment. CA still has the Surge after coming out of the Astral Imprisonment. Will be able to make it out alive for now, as the Rubik, his friend, dies, but there's still a Blink Dagger in this Centaur. Can he make it in time? 4 seconds to that Blink Dagger. Doubt they can catch the Darkseer. That was a long-standing Surge. Level 4 Surge. This is what happens when you don't go for any talents. There's still a tier 1 up and all the tier 2s up. However, from behind comes one of the best team fights for SFTe-sports. There's the ward to see Gap Vision, and there they go. Magnificent Boulder Smash. Now plus the vacuum, and a pause from Hala. Wow, you really can't do that, dude. You really cannot do that, even if you have lag. Okay, let me see what the Centaur is. He's in the middle there. He's silenced, I suppose. But no, well, let's presume that that wasn't a tactic pause. Let's see if they continue. Witchhunter's already dead. They blow him up in time. Their Slander comes in with a tough snowball. That was definitely because of the pause. And the Ultimate from the OD doesn't deal enough damage to kill off the Earth Spirit. But however, the Omnisci finally comes out, destroys the Earth Spirit. Destroys the Ursa there. And then the Storm is the only thing left alive for this team, as the Rubik, similarly by Eknart, has to run the fuck away. We'll make it out in time. The Astral Imprisonment saves the OD, couldn't quite kill him in time, which is unfortunate. Not even a static remnant could kill him off. And I don't want to say that was the pause. Oh, fantastic vacuum. Fantastic vacuum by CA. I don't want to say that was the pause, but that snowball seemed really well timed. You know. Hoof Stomp and Walrus Punch kills off the Darkseer. There's no rule you can't pause during team fights, but obviously it's a bit ironic that the lag happens there, right? That was slowly recovering. You can see there's like slight spikes that maybe they might be able to beat Hala. In terms of net worth, the Storm is still beating the OD, which is fantastic. He's going for an Orchid as well. And the only relevant thing, oh wow, they're just going to destroy this poor Tusk. Nothing that he can do. And the two Spirit Brothers taking down a support, but a quite a farm support, you know, so that's a bit of gold for them. I believe they get like, what, 300 or so? Oh, wow. Storm gets almost 400 gold. That's not bad at all. To a place where they don't have vision and they just assume they're there because they see someone else in the lane, so they think, well, they must be somewhere. However, they haven't showed themselves and they're going to find CA. Very lucky bash. CA will go down thanks to that bash. However, Guardian Gaze stays in life. Great Ice Shards, putting it in place and makes it so that CA can't make it out alive. First hit bash, unfortunately, you force him to use the BKB, and then if they do that, then you could fight a big team fight and use the Dark Sphere for to your advantage. Even use the Earth Spirit combo, so that's pretty nice. And they go, Earth Spirit. Oh, there it is. To catch him with Electric Vortex, they even silence him. That's not good enough because it's BKB. There's a Vacuum Pulse Wall replica. They have to do some damage, but the Astral. Oh my God! There's too much damage to the Chinese Eclipse, and there's nothing that SFT can do. They've just been completely crushed here. Dark Sphere is well destroyed in this lane. They killed the Ursa way too quickly. He has no way to reach, and Eknar's been slowed down by the Divisional Blade. He's gonna go down as well. And the only thing left here is Mr. Earth Spirit, who tried to TP away, or was gonna TP away, but they just wasted a stun on him. So. Ah, that was so painful to watch. He's stuck in the trees, you have a hoof stomp, and you stun him. You stun him. Why would he do that? If the storm dies here, this would be ridiculous. No. Don't actually. Now they're gonna try to contest it. How are you contesting this, Roshan? Oh my God! He's actually stolen! What a contest! There it is, the vacuum map, but he's lacking the damage. They can still keep fighting. The Army Slash comes out, and the Juggernaut on the back lines doesn't actually kill anything. No, the Rubik and the Ursa both die. That's fantastic. Gravestone also will die. And despite the great steal, the rest of the initiation was absolutely horrendous. Nothing. Hala. I mean, they could do nothing against Hala Ares, and the Storm got the Aegis, which is pretty good. Okay, he dropped it for a second there. Oh, that was quite clever. On the Storm. He could have dropped his Bloodstone. Doesn't really matter though. He's fighting a center alone while the enemy team is destroying the enemy racks. Or your rack, sorry. The double edge? Oh. Yeah. Took his Aegis away. Now the Chosen One was thinking about that because he's like, oh, I'm dead now. I'm 100% dead. I have to run the fuck away. Storm is going to find him for sure. But, I mean, mind you, they took your melee racks. And that doesn't matter if they find him. They're even going to TP here, try to kill Ush. And there it is. The Astral Imprisonment. The Tusk coming in with a possible Snowball. He's almost out of mana anyway, so he's just a matter of... Wish Doctor Bigness the Smoke of Deceit, which is good for them, honestly. Now taking down the Shrine as well, quite quickly, Mr. Satan, Hail, Hala Satan. And the Witch Doctor just disintegrated by the Storm, that's pretty good. At least the Bloodthorn is doing us a lot of damage. He's keeping his Bloodstone charges up, so there's still a chance for SFT. However, the Ursa has already been negated into support position. Able to kill him. He already has a lot of strength to begin with, because his strength is decent. It's like 2, I believe. 1.9. Almost there. 2 per level, 1.9 per level. It's good. Oh, there they go in, but they were expecting that. That was the best bait I ever seen. They were expecting that 100%. You know, they saw him. I don't think they saw him like zoom in. They just had better reaction time. If only Storm had that, he could ball lining away from plays there. I'm sorry, I don't usually credit STs, but you played so well first match. I don't know what's happened to you the second. And Hala Ares obviously took that, despite having a worse draft. Well, actually, a decent draft. Both teams have good decent drafts. It's just that Hala Ares, usually I was expecting a worse execution. They did much better. And this game 3 could be for honestly anyone, because both teams have been inconsistent as hell. So let's see what happens. My name is D-Swordfish, and I'll see you guys soon with the next match of the day. My last match as well, in this best of 3. So, until then, guys.